Hey, welcome to Why Are We Here, presented by Your Crystal Shop. I am your host, Kathleen, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Callie and Jackie. Okay, and we're here again 2 weeks later. We're doing the end of Mercury Retrograde. Caitlin joined us for our little part 2, but we are going to talk about crystals too. So this is going to be definitely a crystal podcast, but we do want to talk a little bit about Mercury Retrograde because we did our last podcast on it. And I just want to check with you guys, how have you been doing my life has changed completely in 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
Shaken up.
Yeah, you were talking about that this morning, about how you feel like everything's different.
Yeah, totally different. I feel like things have, it wasn't bad that we kind of pushed things out and let them go. But not only that, since we had the chance to do that and talk to people that we needed to build ourselves with, it kind of helped me in a way that I can finally breathe. It's like a let go, but I'm actually I'm gaining. I'm getting now. So it's positive energy right now.
It's not even just the Mercury retrograde. It's been eclipses, and we're going into another
5 planets in retrograde. No, there's been a lot. It's been a lot. I definitely have had huge changes. Big turmoil days, big changes who lives with me, changes in everything. But I do feel good on this side of it. And I feel it hasn't even ended. Usually that tail whip is something else. Yeah. But I do feel like everything is ironing out beautifully.
I feel like in the past couple days, for me, things have given me a lot of perspective. I even had a chance today to have something that gave me perspective. And I had something yesterday that gave me perspective. There was some issues that I had that were in my eyes kind of minimal compared to what could have gone wrong. Because right now, transmission in my car is going out and the AC is out, and it's going to cost hundreds upon hundreds of dollars to fix it, and such a Mercury retrograde thing. And I was pretty angry about it this morning. I was just I already threw so much money in this car, this is not fair type of thing. And then within an hour, I was visited by a perspective, let that go. That was my biggest, I think, lesson, is I've been given a lot of perspective this Mercury retrograde.
And it's time for a new car.
It is time for a new car.
Yeah, that's something to be excited about. It really is. And you deserve a good car. Our online's doing better. We should be doing better. Maybe it's time for a little car payment. You got good credit.
That's what I'm going to do.
Get yourself something you love and enjoy and not have to fix.
That's literally what I'm going to do next. I've always bought my car outright. I am not doing it this time. I'm going to find
our silver linings in all this chaos. But there really are. So we decided to talk about orange crystals. Why did you tell me orange crystals, Caitlin? It was divine, and I'll tell why it's divine. But you tell me, what made you tell me, let's do one? We really haven't prepared or anything for this. Yeah. We just decided we're going to do a podcast, and we'll do it on what crystals? And you said orange.
Carnelian.
She said a carnelian. Yes, carnelian. Why carnelian?
Why were you attracted to that, Caitlin?
Do tell.
It's creativity. And it's supposed to be a get-going crystal. It's not supposed to be... It's a sexual crystal, of course, but it's to get you going. It's supposed to keep you...
Sex is one tiny piece of creativity. Chakra.
Yeah.
So, nobody should be intimidated by... If you want to improve sex through carnelian, you can, but you can certainly improve the many, many things that our sacral chakra does for us. And it helps us give birth to new ideas.
Gives us vitality.
To create vitality. It's actually the mix of red, which is passion, and gold, which is happiness. What's better than passion and happiness together? So orange is it. I always think of sunsets. I think that's the most beautiful color in the world, is a beautiful sunset.
That's my favorite color.
Oranges?
It's just the fire of the sun about to go to sleep for us. And it comes out in orange, and it's so beautiful. I love it.
And what's funny is that you picked that because you've been talking about creativity. You picked
trying
Shiva
to make goals.
Yeah. And you're trying
and that's exactly what kind of crystal. Or citrine.
Citrine's good for that too.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
coming out of Mercury in retrograde, I think it's really good that orange stones will help you so much. It's going to help you with many things. I wrote down a bunch of things. They all orange stones, each one of these bullet points, I'm going to say. I do want to ask you, Jackie, though, before I say that, astrology-wise, there is a reason for orange stones right now, too.
Well, the end of this month.
Don't forget to talk in your mic. We're missing headphones today.
We've got, obviously, the sun is now in Leo, so it's transitioned from Cancer, which is the emotional.
We went through all the emotional.
Yeah, it's the sign of the past, so it's looking into things we've experienced, and it's also the sign of the homemaker. So that's home looks different for everybody. But it's very different from the sign of Leo, which is a fixed sign. It's a fire sign. It's the lion. So
Yeah, so fire.
yeah.
Anyone that needs a fire lit, orange stones, red stones too, but orange stones are just so great because it adds that little bit of vitality and happiness and joy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to say bullet points that all of the orange stones have. So you can pick any orange stone. You can even put on an orange shirt and feel these things. Now, of course, the stone's going to give you more of an amplification of energy than a shirt would, but they all strengthen relationships and help bond relationships. They all attract pure joy. They all help you find things that are missing. And that was the
didn't
first,
know that.
I know. I was trying to find the community in all the stones, and that was one that
It was common throughout.
yeah, puts things into perspective. We were just talking about that. The end of Mercury in retrograde, we should all be looking and putting things, all the chaos we felt, we should be putting it into perspective. And these stones will help you do that. This is all divine that we picked the
A lot
right
of
thing to
these
talk
things
about.
I can relate to.
Yeah.
They can bring you physical pleasure. So very in tune with your body sexually. I think even a massage, it's going to help with. Confidence, that's the big one that I think I am attracted to. I feel so good in orange energy. I do. I feel good. And confidence is something we could all use right now.
Yep.
So yeah, get out your orange stones or come or get some. Visit us on our website. Creative energy is the last one. The Kundalini that gets spinning, the euphoria, that energy we all need, and our sacral chakras. Mostly women have them shut down. Like if you
What is
do.
that, by the way? Kundalini, what is that?
Kundalini is a type of energy that you bring in, and it also is sexual energy. So we can all relate to what an orgasm feels like. It's very euphoric. It's a spinning energy, but you can use that energy in other times. It does not have to be sexual. It is an energy that goes through us and it spins. It's where when you look at the staff for the medical, that's Kundalini going around the snake.
So I have a question. When you tap into that energy, how do you do that? Is that how, blah, 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 I can't speak. Do you tap in it by having an orgasm, or like,
That's
is
just
that how it starts?
one way that we all can tap in that we've done before. But I would say if you really want some Kundalini energy, join a Kundalini yoga class or look on some YouTubes and do some simple breathing exercises that you bring that in. And Kundalini yoga is kind of cool. You'll
Never
feel
even
that
heard of it.
euphoric
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
raising of energy.
It is. It's very. It gives you energy.
It's
Like,
life
not-
energy.
yeah.
It is. It's very important to us, but it also is a happy, euphoric thing that happens. So, I've known so many. Actually, TJ came in today. That was our Kundalini yoga, and Julietta, Peace in the Garden, gives classes
Sundays.
on Sundays in her restaurant. So, if you're local, that's a great way. She's wonderful. She's studied in India with some big yogis. Yoga's great. And I think if you want to feel Kundalini energy, just get on a YouTube of the breathing and
Breath of Fire.
breath of fire. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
This
one
is
to
all
look up.
fire we're talking about. Yeah, fiery energies. So the stones that I brought in this room, the first one I brought was orange calcite. goes into honey calcite, which we have a lot of in Florida, and we've found a lot. So you'll see a lot of those priced very reasonably because we ethically mine them ourselves. But I brought a couple pieces of that, and I want to tell just a tiny bit, and if you guys have anything to say about each one, it definitely balances your hormones. That's a different thing besides the other bullet points. You'd want to turn to orange calcite for, and it's very playful, very joyful energy.
Doesn't it help you with digestive?
Yes.
Like,
if you get into the yellow, yes, absolutely. Yellow is solar plex right above, so there's a lot of yellow in. You can layer chakras, knowing if you're going to use orange, you're also activating your solar plex and your root because it is a red and yellow mix. So you're getting both, but it's mainly going to be your sacral. So then the next one I brought was carnelian, and that's the first one you brought up, and it does all those things that we said. Another thing, it helps you detox from drugs and alcohol. That's one thing carnelian does that the others.
It's also used for if you have any kind of gallbladder issues.
That's
because
good.
when I had gallbladder issues, that was a stone that I wore because it helps like regulate that.
That's good. That's good. Yes, they all have their individual frequencies, but overall, for what we said before, you can pick any of them. I love tangerine quartz. It has some lithium in it too. It's what gives it its color. It's very good at dispelling fear. And I think that's a great Mercury in retrograde. We are all letting go of fears right now. I know we've all talked about the last few days felt like we were letting go of fear of being alone. That was heavy with all of us. And it was something that we should not feel today if we let go of it. If we
I
did
think
good
this is the
letting go.
time to like make goals for yourself because you're going to be starting a new beginning, like a whole new beginning. Because like you are letting go of the things that have been keeping you back, holding you back. And I think that this retrograde has help you to let things go for you to progress and make goals for yourself so you don't have those
Definitely.
issues to hold you back.
Look at you.
I know, I'm
awesome.
so
Proud of you.
I know.
You're a snack.
You are a snack.
Next one I'm going to talk about is amber. It's not really a crystal or a stone. It's resin that's petrified from a pine tree. It's a very specific pine tree, though. We love talking about amber because we sell the amber baby necklaces. And I can tell you that it's going to help you heal from the flu, but I can also put it on a baby that has colic. You might, knowing it's going to help you, it would be a placebo for you. We love that a baby doesn't have a placebo. It simply is working on babies. So it isn't that I tell them it works. We really stick these on babies, and the mothers come back just amazed that their teething doesn't hurt as much. So it is a super healing stone to
I
carry.
tell everyone in the store that like comes in and buys one that if it doesn't work, that they can return it and I'll give them their money back.
Absolutely.
And they've never come back.
Yeah, no, they've never come back.
Every time it's a mom that comes in and she'll say,
They're
like,
unsure.
I don't know, I don't really do this type of thing, but everyone told me to get a teething necklace for my baby because nothing else works.
Emma used it for her baby. Remember? I was telling you. Oh,
I
that's
put them
awesome.
on kittens. I have them on my kitten. I'll put the bracelet on them. Yeah.
It
'Cause they're-
releases something through the skin, like an actual type of, I don't want to say enzymes, it's not the right word, but it releases some type of like
energy.
it's like a actual chemical compound that goes into the skin that eases pain.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful. Amber is wonderful. What I wrote down that I love about amber is it helps you find freedom. And I think that's a really good right after Mercury in retrograde, because we should all feel free. If you're not free in your life, you're definitely entitled to that, to feel free. And shoot, write us if you have a problem. We'll help you through it, because I think everyone should feel free. We are free. It's okay, Kathleen. It is. So I love amber for that. The last one I'm going to talk about is my favorite, orange kyanite. And it has so much vitality in it. It really does. It makes you feel alive. It's a very strong stone. It's stronger than a lot of these others. You will definitely feel it. It gives you that alive vitality. Manifestation. It's a good manifestation stone. Really is. It'll help you carry through with what you're trying to create. It's from Tanzania. And I like it so much better than tanzanite. I do. Tanzanite's running out or out. But there is a lot of, right now, orange kyanite in Tanzania. So it's coming out. It's very clear, some of it. It looks good. I actually have one more to talk about, zincite. Zincite's super rare, so that's gonna be the hardest one to find. But I like it. It's different. We call it the Viagra of stones because it really is the strongest sexual wake you up, heal sexual dysfunction, get you in the mood. But it also is a very strong creative stone. We have a blend here too of creativity that has all of these stones in it that we sell on our website. It's a heaven and earth piece. The actual tube of it is quartz, so that amplifies all the stones inside. And then he does a very Tesla quality spiral of silver going around it, and that amplifies it also. So we love these. We call them crystal vials. So you can look on our website, yourcrystalshop.com, and look up the crystal vials. And they have mixes and blends. It's like getting in an oil blend that works really well instead of a single blend. So all of these stones we're talking about, if you want to just get them all in one vial, they're all in that creativity vial.
It's one of my favorite vials.
Zincite, I didn't say it's rare because it's only found in the chimneys in Poland where there were zinc factories. So it's all out too. So the only way to buy it is collectors, and Heaven and Earth still has some, not much. So we have a few for sale. But we definitely do the zincite wraps because they're not 100%. They have other minerals in them. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
For people who can't get a hold of these kind of crystals, what do you have to say to those people that can't do that? Like, do you want them to tap into that kind of frequency?
You can. You can definitely in meditation, and we all just have to be able to exit the program sometimes, exit our lives, take a break, meditate. You can tune into things. You can tune into a picture. I have learned the color. Yeah, I look at the Book of Stones, the big Book of Stones. He has big enough pictures literally to tune into the frequency. They're great photographs. You could go on the internet and look and tune into them. I've gotten now where I feel their energy, and it's fun when I open the box. It is the same that I felt when I looked at the picture and bought it. I used to never buy on the internet, but the rarer stuff I'm having to because I'm not being able to find it at shows. So yeah, I tune in now. I can. eBay used to scare me with all the China and the different getting things that were fake, but now I tune into that picture. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up, and you can visit us at yourcrystalshop.com, or if you're local, you can come to 2100 North Courtney Parkway, and you can meet us, and we'll help you find the perfect stone. Or if you just want to talk.
Yeah.
Or find you a snack,
Bye. Or find you a snack.
Yeah.